Welcome to demo of Visual Medisoft for diagnostic centers. In this session, I will quickly walk you through the patient entry cycle and the customization of report library and other menu options and features that the software provides. Let's begin with the patient entry. For today's date, you are seeing no patient because I have not entered anything on today's date. So let's add one patient. So I can click here to add a new patient, or I can also press Alt A to add a patient. So I say add new patient. Let's say Mr. or let's say Mrs. Rastogi, female, age let's say 34, months I'll skip, Koth Road, Pune. Dr. Dandavati has referred the patient. Let's say I'm going to give the concession to this patient because Dr. Dandavati has specifically requested. So I say concession as the remark. The patient is added. I can now add another patient and third patient and fourth patient and so on. So before I do that, let me add the investigations for this patient. So let's say the patient has come for abdomen USG, and let's say obstetric USG A28. You can see that the patient is now charged rupees 1000 based on the tests and their rates, which have been copied here from the master database directly. The referral fees can also be defined in the master database, and you can say that for this particular investigation the referral fee is let's say 50 rupees, and for this again it is 50 rupees. So I can change it here, or I can also have it there in the master database. Now let's say I'm going to charge 300 rupees for this. That's a concession I have to give to the patient. Now if you see, the bill amount should change to 900, and it has changed to 900. Here you can see what is the balance receivable from the patient, and if I go to receipts page, there is nothing, no receipt is booked yet. So receipt also I can book from the same page. I go here and I select on today's day. Let's say the patient has paid 500 rupees now as advance. So a receipt is booked with receipt number 3. The balance is now 400 rupees as you see here, and one receipt with receipt number 3 is booked for the patient. This activity of adding a patient, registering the investigations and booking the receipts, this continues at the reception, and the report is normally not made at reception. So these are reception points activities. You also have a facility where you can print a label either on an envelope directly. You can insert an envelope in the inkjet printer and get it printed, or a single sticker strip or a multiple stickers strip. So on multiple sticker strip you can have stickers printed for all the patients of today. So this facility is also there. Now let's make the report for the patient. So let's say this obstetric test is done and I click on report. A report will be prepared with patient's name inserted, age inserted, date and referring doctor inserted. And this report is actually made in Microsoft Word. The template is defined there. I'll show you how to define that report as well. But this report I can add my own conclusion later or whatever, and I can save it. This report is saved as Mrs. Rastogi underscore WFD22.doc. So this is a unique name, and this report will always be there associated with this patient, and you can retrieve it even after a year or two. It's always there. You can print this report directly from here, or you can also send it through email or through fax. These are built-in facilities of Microsoft Word. You can also create a PDF and send the PDF instead of sending Microsoft Word for the reasons of security. So all these features are available. Then for this templates also, we can click on this and the report is ready. This report is saved as Mrs. Rastogi underscore asm1.doc. So again another unique name, and you can then add your notes if required and save it. So we have added a patient, registered the investigations, taken part payment, we have prepared the report. Now let's say patient books or pays remaining money. Remaining money is 400 rupees, so I book another receipt. On today's day, 400 rupee patient has paid, and if I go and see here, I would now see two receipts for the patient aggregating to the total bill amount of 900 rupees, and the balance becomes 0. So this is a complete patient cycle that we saw. On stock page, we can associate particular stock items with a individual test in the master data or the master library of the tests, and then once we say that this test is done for a patient, the stock will automatically reduce. You don't have to enter here anything. For obstetric tests, we also have PNDT database. So this is where you can click on whatever is applicable. This all accumulates together for all the patients visited over a period of a month, and PNDT report is generated, which you can print and send to the municipality or corporation. That's mandatory for sonography clinics. So this was overall patient entry cycle. So let me close this. We talked about seeing how we can customize the report library. So these are, let's say, various reports. I go to obstetric USG, let's say, we'll see the report which we prepared for the patient. So I go to tests, and this A28 was the report. So this is where I specify charges. There are 3 rate lists available. I can associate one of the rate list with the referring doctor, and then that particular rate will be copied from respective rate list when a patient is registered to be referred by that particular doctor. Okay, this is where I click on master, and I will see a master format. So this is the master format. These are the merge fields where patient name will be inserted, patient age will be inserted, patient date will be inserted, and so on. And you can prepare this format the way you want. So your formats can be completely unique to your preferences and your style of reporting. They don't have to be similar as what we have provided or somebody else uses. You can go on adding new tests. You can remove all these tests, in fact, and add the new ones which you want to add. You can also define some variables if you want to under these reports, and those variables can have selection option values which pop up at the time of making the report. But this is generally not so useful in X-ray or sonography diagnostics reporting. This is more useful in pathology, where, for example, you can have a urine analysis report. You can have urine color as one of the variables, and then yellow, dark yellow, and so on as the options for that variable. So when you make urine analysis report, that time then those options will come for selection. So that is how it differs a bit in pathology laboratories functioning. You can mention referral fees here directly. So I can say that referral fee is 50, and then whenever I add this test for a patient, referral fee along with the respective charges will automatically be copied on the tests page of our patient form, and then that will be charged. So to brief, you can prepare your own test groups, you can define your own test reports, and you can prepare your own test formats in this package completely. Okay, then we'll just quickly see reporting. We have daily registers where you can see daily patient registers, daily receipt register, periodic patient register with referring by or doctor's name. You can export many of the reports to Excel so that you can later manipulate them. And then you can also see remark wise lists. So for example, I can see all the patients of today with concession as a remark. That means the patients whom I have given concession, I can take out that list, and so on. This is how remark can be used as an additional filtering criteria. Then we have a remark wise register where I can select a remark and I can see all the patients over a specified period. So this could be actually all free patients, for example, or all bill to hospital patients, and so on. You can also have referring doctor wise patients. So you can have multiple doctors selected, and one by one the list automatically is printed. Or you can select single doctor and see the list of patients referred by that doctor. You can also say that I want to see all patients referred by, let's say, Dr. Dandavate, whose remark was concession, or some other remark, and so on. And then referral fees of this particular doctor for this selected patient list is exported to Excel. This can also be used in a particular way, that I select a hospital here, then I say the remark is actually billed to hospital. So I will get a list of all patients whose bill amount is to be paid by that hospital. So you can use remark and the referring doctor's name in combination to take out any respective information you want to have at the end of the month. So this is possible. Then hospital bill settlement. This option is where if the hospital sends you a check towards all the payments which it has referred at the end of the month, you can settle it here. Daily collection report is there. Then monthly report is basically monthly accumulations. PNDT report is the one which you provide to the hospital, to the corporation. Stock usage report, stock in hands. Occurrence analysis is how many patients of each investigations have visited your clinic. Abnormal cases register can be taken out. There is of course financial accounting also built into the software. Then we have a security configuration option where you can actually secure access to various menu options. For example, delete patient is not allowed to a user who has normal right in this software, whereas it is allowed to a patient to the user who has administrative right. So an administrator can do everything, but you can restrict what a normal user can't do by clicking on this. So you can actually lock delete patient, delete receipts, delete tests. So this is something that person cannot do then. We also have an option called VMS troubleshooter. When you run this, or rather this runs every day morning when you start the software automatically also. This cleans up unwanted data, it cleans up unwanted files, and almost 95% of the problems when you face them can be resolved by running this option. There have been very rare cases where we as software manufacturers have to go to the clinic to resolve some problem which cannot be resolved by a troubleshooter. This is extremely useful tool to keep health of your package in excellent condition. We also have backup and restore facilities. So we take multiple backups and you can restore data from the previous backups. Let me quickly take you through the development guides panel. These are the doctors who have been helping us in developing software, not only Visual Medisoft but also our Visual Hospital Management range, which is for middle-sized hospitals, bigger hospitals, and OPD clinics, polyclinics. We also have software for pathology laboratory. So in all this development, these were the doctors who have helped us, and they have guided us what is most important for doctors, and we have implemented it over now almost 15 years. As you can see in this package, it does everything that you normally require, and that is, I think, the outcome of such a long association with doctors, almost 15 years. This package particularly is used for almost 15 years in continuation. This was the demo. So thank you for your time.